Hey, what's up guys, my name is Charlie. Today we're going to be doing a requested reaction video, and this is the Broly vs ASURA'S 3D Dragon Ball Animation Rewind Rumble. Whew, that was right off the tongue, doesn't it? So this is requested by your favorite Canadian YouTuber, and he's been wanting me to react to this video specifically for quite a while now. So I'm going to be fulfilling this request. It's about bloody time I've got around to it, but he's been waiting for this. So I don't really know a lot about versus videos. I'm very bland on the subject. I don't know very much. You know, I don't really watch him that much, so this is not my area of expertise. So excuse the misunderstanding if I don't get something in the video. But yeah, hopefully it explains everything for me. Let's go. Oh boy. I can feel the epicness already. Just the seizure flashing lights. Damn, that's an epic intro.
Rage. For some, their anger is a weakness, but for others, their fury can lead to their greatest strength, such is the case with Broly and ASURA.
Both of these giant, powerful brutes are definitely forces to be reckoned with in their own rights. But when pitted against each other, only one will be allowed to walk out alive.
I have no idea who these two people are, these characters. I think that's from, yeah, Dragon Ball Z, I think. I don't know. Obviously.
Let's start things off with Broly. When he was only born, this kid had a power level of 10,000.
Just out of the womb, and he's already stronger than Raditz.
He's also much stronger than Nappa. Isn't that worth noting too?
What the hell is that? Why does that baby have a tail? That looks so fucking wrong.
Child's power, King Vegeta ordered Broly's execution and stabbed him through the chest with a dagger, as well as wounding Broly's father Paragus and leaving them both for dead.
Then came the fateful moment when the tyrannical Lord Frieza sent his supernova attack towards planet Vegeta in order to destroy it. All hope seemed lost for Broly and his father as their species was on the verge of extinction. But right before the attack hit the planet, Broly awakened his inner power and carried himself and his father off the exploding planet. Keep in mind, this is a newborn child who just been stabbed in the chest.
Yeah, not even a year old, and he's already surpassed basically every other Saiyan alive. But how about Asura? Where'd he start off?
12,000 years before the game took place, Asura lived a happy life. Believe it or not, but he wasn't.
What was that squeak? Did he swear or something?
We've come to know and love.
Asura isn't the kind of guy you expect to be a family man, but that's what he started out as. Living a normal, happy life with his wife Durga and his daughter Mithra.
Of course, a happy life doesn't always equal a peaceful one, and Asura certainly did see his fair share of action, and he did keep himself well trained.
But things took a turn for the worse
a video game?
Asura
It looks
when his daughter was appointed
quite
as
fascinating,
priestess.
actually.
This angered Asura as he didn't want his own daughter to get involved in any kind of war.
Asura was then framed for killing the Emperor.
This
is
damn.
when things started to get real bad for the guy. His wife was murdered, his daughter was kidnapped,
Wow.
not to mention the fact that all of his godly powers were taken away, and he was
What a
banished
kick in the
into a world
balls.
between life and death.
You mean purgatory. He was banished to purgatory. Anyway, let's change gears for a moment and go back to Broly. More specifically, what kinds of abilities he has.
Like many other Dragon Ball characters, Broly is able to manipulate ki, which allows him to fly and launch energy attacks at his foes.
That's
Some
nice.
examples of his ki attacks are the Racer Cannon, a green energy ball which does a lot more damage than a basic ki blast. Broly can also launch a barrage of a Racer Cannon
What the fuck
in
are
order to hit
those?
with as much force as he possibly can.
But his greatest technique is the Omega Blaster, a tiny ball of green ki that Broly throws at his targets. As it travels, this ball drastically increases in size to the point where even Broly himself is tiny compared to it.
Not only can Broly use ki for offense, but he can also use it very well defensively.
He can surround himself with a ki barrier that can survive dips into molten lava and even withstood a family Kamehameha.
But Broly doesn't just rely on his ki blast for his different techniques. He's quite happy to use his bare hands for different methods of torture. Whether it be grabbing his opponents and throwing them, grappling them and digging
Reminds me of the Resident Evil tyrants. Just fucking
like
grabbing people by the neck.
Azura has his fair share of abilities and techniques too, though he can't fly like Broly, he still
Or
can
Mr.
fire
X,
energy
as people call him.
and he's also a master martial artist.
Azura has some pretty useful techniques that he can use
Believe
in
it was
battle,
Resident Evil 2.
such as the rapid fire, which is exactly
That's
what it
quite
says
nice,
on the tin.
rapid fire.
A bunch of energy blasts that Azura can launch rapid fire.
The
Nice.
lock-on fire is also quite self-explanatory. It's a bunch of energy blasts that lock on to whoever Azura fires them at.
There's also his burst technique. It releases a unique attack depending on the situation, kind of like a Bobo's full rage move in a Bobo's Big Adventure.
But what really matters for these guys is their raw strength, and there are more transformations they have that can boost their insane
I
strength.
gotta say,
even
this game
further.
looks fucking
For
amazing,
Broly,
to be
he has
honest.
access to
I
the
wasn't
Super
expecting it to
Saiyan
look so
form,
cool.
which has basically become every Saiyan's birthright at this moment.
Yeah, but Broly has access to something nobody else does. The legendary Super Saiyan form.
Okay.
Legendary Super Saiyan, but wasn't the original Super Saiyan form already considered legendary? And if so, does this mean Broly is a legendary Super Saiyan that Frieza feared?
Those are debates for another time. Let's talk about Azura and some of his forms, starting
Holy
with Vajra
shit.
Azura.
Not only does this form immensely boost his strength, but it also gives him 2 extra sets of arms.
Okay.
I wonder if he uses them for anything besides combat.
Yep.
Note to self, never think about Azura's potential internet search history.
Dear God,
Jesus.
the depths your mind will sink to are unreal.
Moving on before any of this gets more awkward, there's also Berserker Azura, though this form turns him into a savage beast and can be
What if
burnt
he
out,
could
but
use
also
all those
gives him
hands
2
for
extra sets of
multitasking?
arms. But his Vajra form also gives him extra arms.
Doing
Why
homework,
would he use the
drinking,
Berserker form over
writing a
that?
book.
Well, yeah,
Or at
but
the same
arms that
time,
the Berserker
fighting.
form gives him are on fire.
Ah, come on! Really?
They're also on his back, which means they can let him itch those hard-to-reach places.
Oh, well, I retract my previous claim.
That's much more like it. Anyway, next up is Mantra Azura, the form Azura gains after bathing in the Mantra of Wrath.
While it doesn't give him any extra arms, it does give the 2 arms he has a whole lot of bulk.
But enough about all those forms that don't matter in the long run. Azura's greatest form is his Azura the Destructor form. Not only does it give him extra arms,
Seriously, what's with all the forms that have extra arms?
Yeah,
And why
I've
is it
seen
just
this
barely not
sort of
enough for
character
me to make
before with
memes about
multiple
Azura
arms.
being a
Isn't that
spider?
because that would be dumb. Anyway, not
Mortal
only does
Kombat
it
or
give him
Street
extra
Fighter
arms, but this form
had
even
multiple
makes
arms, I'm
Azura
pretty
bigger
sure.
than the planet
Can't remember
Earth
if it was
itself,
Mortal
which
Kombat,
is
Street
very
Fighter, but there was a
impressive.
character
You
with
can even
like
shrink into
3
a
arms
smaller
or something like
version of
that.
this form. It looks like Mantra
On each
Azura,
side.
except it has 6 arms because we couldn't
6
just
arms,
have
yeah.
one form of Azura that didn't give him 6 arms.
Yeah, but what good is having all these forms of abilities
Or I'm
if
probably
you can't
thinking
do
of
anything
Shiva.
with them? So let's get into their stats,
The Indian
starting
goddess
with
of
what
destruction.
Broly can do.
Broly is insanely strong. Even as a restricted Super Saiyan, Broly was able to destroy an entire galaxy, planet by planet, solar system by solar system, in just a few years.
Sounds like
7
CERN.
Saiyan multipliers on top of that. There's no way Broly's gonna back off like some beta.
And it doesn't help anyone who Broly faces that his power is constantly rising, though this power does have a limit to how high it can get.
Broly is also incredibly tough to put down. His pain
Look at his
tolerance is
fucking
insane.
muscles.
He shrugged off
Jesus.
punches from Super Saiyans and even walked through Super Saiyan Goku's Kamehameha like it was lights or gusts of wind.
Yep, the power level of this guy is ridiculous. Even the combined efforts of Goku, Vegeta, Future Trunks, Gohan, and Piccolo struggled to even put up a fight against him. And that was before he got beaten near the brink of death and brought back and gained an enormous Zenkai boost, which increased his power even further.
Yeah, after the Zenkai boost, he was able to hold back a family Kamehameha from Goku, Gohan, and Goten.
What's
But
with all
just
this
because
punching and
he's
special?
powerful
Can't you
doesn't
just
mean
shoot
he's
him with a
slow.
gun?
Broly is easily
All the
massively
muscles,
faster
you
than
know.
light, being able to
Just
keep up with the
blow his
likes
brains
of
out with a
Goku,
gun.
Gohan, Future Trunks, Piccolo, Vegeta, Goten, and Kid Trunks.
And he's proved that if he wanted to, he could easily avoid any attack thrown his way, as shown when he dodged a flurry of punches from Goku Piccolo at once without even
Can
trying.
he dodge bullets
However,
though?
Broly clearly prefers to just tank these attacks head on, but we'll get more into that soon.
I don't think
For
he's
now,
Neo.
Let's discuss Azura.
Azura is incredibly strong, being able to hold back the
Holy
fingers
shit,
of the
look at that
being who
fucker.
towered over planet Earth. And he wasn't even in his final form.
He was also able to destroy a machine that has had immeasurable power. Then again,
Whew.
immeasurable isn't the same
Holy
as infinite.
shit, look at that
Saitama is
fucker.
immeasurable, but he sure as heck ain't infinite. It's the same case here.
Azura is also very difficult to put down. Not only can he destroy
Is that the
planets,
Indian
stars,
god
solar systems,
Shiva,
and
I believe, or
galaxies
something like
being
that?
thrown his way, but he can also tank them.
Oh,
And
Shiva.
his physicality increases with his wrath.
The
When
dance
pushed
of
to its
destruction.
absolute limit, he was able to defeat Chakravartin, who is basically God.
Much like Broly, just because Azura is strong, it doesn't mean he's slow.
He's able to punch faster than the eye can see, cross the distance of 26,000 light years between Gaia and the center of the Milky Way in minutes, and even avoid celestial bodies like stars and galaxies being thrown at him by Chakravartin.
Jesus.
Both of these guys are monstrously powerful, blitzingly fast, and incredibly overpowered, but neither are perfect and both can be defeated.
Broly isn't exactly a strategist, and he's overconfident to the point where he'll take attacks he could easily avoid.
He also has a weak spot on his abdomen, and just one powerful enough attack towards that area could put him out of commission.
And while
Damn.
his power rapidly rises, there is a cap to how high it can reach. And if he reaches that peak, his ki could start to overflow and it could possibly leave him in serious danger.
As for Azura, he also isn't exactly a genius strategist, and his power comes entirely from his wrath. The angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. However, this means that when starting to battle,
Was he the
Azura
Hulk?
won't be at his best.
Both of these characters are definitely forces to be reckoned with.
I
but when
disagree
choosing
with
each
that.
other
The
and only
angrier
one
you
can
get, the more
survive,
stronger
who
you
will
get.
walk away the
Anger
victor?
makes you do foolish things. It makes you make mistakes.
I would really appreciate
Don't
it
get
if you
angry
did not
when
take the
fighting.
lines.
Well, that's too bad.
When
Now
you
let's
fight,
get into
when you're
this fight
angry,
already.
you can't focus on the attacks because you're using emotions, anger. Like
And
Bruce,
now, let's
like
set
Bruce Lee
ourselves
said,
a circumstance. Let's do
emotional
humanity a
content,
favor and
not
keep
anger.
these two as far away
It's
as
like a
possible
finger
from
pointing to the
populated zones,
moon.
preferably a desert. No preparation. These guys won't use
Don't
it anyway.
focus on
at
the
least not
finger,
against each other. And one super
or you'll
important
miss
thing
all
that I
that
can't make
heavenly
clear
glory.
enough, this animation you're about to see is not a simulation. There's going to be forms and crazy things that aren't factored into the research.
Okay.
Once that circumstance bar has finally loaded, it's time to rewind rumble.
Oh boy. So we're doing an okay. Okay.
You're not Kakarot. When the dogs are back,
Oh my fucking ears.
I will kill you. Going to enjoy this. Ready?
Whoa. What fucking hair? Fucking hell.
I'll put you out of your misery right now.
Oh boy.
I'll destroy this entire planet.
Wow, my ears are just raped with loudness. I feel like my ears are bleeding. Jesus, that fucking volume. It's on the lowest setting as well. Fucking hell. Unless his hair's still intact. His hair is still fancy and dashy.
Hopefully you enjoyed that animation, which was not a simulation, by the way, and if you did, super special thanks to Team Animation Rewind's Just Zeno. I'd also like to thank a researcher and co-host of this episode, your favorite Canadian YouTuber, who has his own Versus series known as Show Off Showdown. This couldn't be done without the scriptwriter and researcher MLG Avocado, and of course research from BTL Video Productions. Thanks, and enjoy the post-analysis.
Alright. Post-analysis.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Here come the Broly fanboys.
Oh, come on. They can't be that bad.
No, you don't understand. They'll tear you.
Yeah, you're famous, you.
Maybe, just maybe they
Your
can
favorite
become
YouTube
irrational if we have a
Canadian.
descriptive post-analysis.
I doubt it, but let's try and hope for the best.
What's
Sounds
this?
good. Now let's
Travel
start with
speed.
Broly may
Okay.
be fast enough to keep up with the massively faster than light Z fighters and cover a galaxy in just a few years while he's destroying it, but Azura does top this speed.
While covering the area of a galaxy is impressive, you want to know what's even more impressive?
What?
Reacting to galaxies being thrown at you by God.
Yeah.
Broly is crazy fast, don't get us wrong, but he hasn't shown any speed feats that stack up to this.
When it comes to strength, Broly doesn't exactly have any impressive measurable lifting strength feats. The best we can do is compare them to Super Saiyan Goku after his battle with Cell, since that's when they fought.
As a kid, Goku
Why is
was
it their
able to
hair
lift
is
a giant
always
boulder bigger than
intact?
himself. If you remember back when Kid Goku
I mean,
first
every time
played
they're
back on
blowing
Cartoon Network,
fireballs
that
and
boulder was
destroying the
estimated to
world
weigh
and
around
galaxies and shit, and their
350
hair is
At
just
the start of the
perfectly
Saiyan
intact.
saga,
It's just
Goku had a
glistening.
power level of around 416. Kid Goku had a
Fucking
power
hell.
level of roughly 180, so an increase of roughly 2.3 times. This means that Saiyan Saga Goku could lift around 805 tons. After that, Goku was able to train under 10 times normal gravity on King Kai's planet, then 100 times normal gravity in the gravity chamber. This brings his maximum strength up to 80,500 tons. Add on the Super Saiyan multiplier, and that puts the lifting strength of Super Saiyan Goku during his fight with Frieza at 4,025,000 tons.
It's unknown how much stronger Goku got from the Frieza saga right before the Cell games, which is likely when the first Broly movie
hell, he
takes
puts a
place,
Hulk
since
to
Gohan
shame.
is a Super Saiyan and Goku is still alive. But let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he grew in strength 100 times. This puts his strength at roughly around 402,500,000 tons. And let's say Broly is 5 times stronger than that. This puts Broly's strength at over 2 billion tons. If we assume his Zenkai boost he got after being beaten near the brink of death, after the first movie doubled his power, and add on the multiplier to legendary Super Saiyan 3, that gives us a maximum lifting strength of 32,200,000,000 tons for Broly. So 32.2 billion tons. That's very impressive, but Asura can definitely top that. Even when in just his base 6-armed form, he was able to hold back the finger of the planet-sized Wizen that
Yeah,
was being
fuck
pushed
me.
towards the planet.
Ignoring the force that the
One
rest of his
finger of
body was
destruction.
using to push the finger into the earth, this finger alone easily towered over mountains which could weigh billions of tons, and Azura was not only able to stop it dead in its tracks, but push it back.
That's not even
Why not
counting
use
any
this
of
whole
Asura's
entire
other
fist?
forms. Heck, his destructor form towers over Earth itself, so he should reasonably be able to lift it. And the Earth has a mass of nearly 6 sextillion tons, so Asura clearly takes the lifting strength edge.
In terms of striking strength and taking ki out of the equation and only looking at how hard they can punch, Broly was able to go toe-to-toe with the Z fighters, the strongest of which being Goku. Through scaling, this should make Broly at least multi-star level to solar system level, since Super Saiyan Goku could fight nearly evenly with Perfect Cell, who should be around half the power of the solar system level Perfect Cell, and Broly was able to casually toy around with Goku even when he had help from
Fucking
4
hell.
Z fighters.
But Asura has punched holes through
How much
galaxy-sized
stats are
enemies
there?
before, so the
I feel like a
striking
machine
strength edge
absorbing
definitely goes to
information.
Asura.
But clearly, Broly is a lot more powerful and destructive when his ki is factored in. So let's see how that stacks up next to Azura.
Over the course of several years, Broly was able to destroy the entire South Galaxy as a restricted Super Saiyan. This doesn't exactly make him galaxy level since he didn't do it all at once, but it does put him in the high ends of multi-solar system level.
But again, that is just a restricted Super Saiyan. He could have easily got the job done much quicker at full power.
So let's round that up and say Broly is galaxy galaxy level. Azura was casually destroying galaxies during his battle with Chakravartin, and he was even able to fight on par with and defeat the guy. I don't know about you, but I haven't seen Broly do anything on that level of casual galaxy busting and beating the crap out of the universe's god.
So yeah, it's pretty clear that Azura takes the power edge. The same applies to durability. Azura casually tanked galaxies being thrown at him, and even tanked hits from the same guy throwing these galaxies. Very impressive seeing that he's the creator of Azura's universe.
And Broly's ki output is mostly equal to the amount of force he can withstand. So while it's possible he could be able to take much more damage than he can dish out, and he could have durability that rivals Azura's, he doesn't seem to have any feats backing that up.
Intelligence is a tricky category to pick for, but it really isn't one that matters too much.
This game looks
Both
good,
have
actually.
fruits to act purely out of rage.
I wonder what it's
Azura
called.
may be the better hand-to-hand fighter,
So I think
but
there's
it's
so
not
many
like that's
versions.
going to matter in the long run.
As for experience, Azura is over 12,000 years old. You tell
Whew.
me who's more
12,000
experienced
years
between
old.
the two.
Now, before we wrap things up, there are a few more points that need to be addressed.
While it's true that Azura needs to have his wrath pushed to the limit for
Okay.
his greatest feats, and Broly could very well take down a base form Azura at the start of the battle, that's not exactly how Broly likes to fight his battles.
Broly is the kind of guy that will intentionally toy with someone just to piss them off and make them angry. And against Azura,
I like him already.
that's the last thing you'd want to do.
Broly also tends to stand and tank attacks from opponents he perceives as weaker, and against someone who could do some serious damage to him like Azura, that mistake would be fatal.
Many of
Okay.
Azura's forms also give him extra arms, usually 6. That would
Yeah,
give
6
Azura enough
arms,
arms
fuck.
to hold down Broly's limbs and still have a pair left over to beat him senseless with.
Also, unlike Broly, Azura doesn't have an exploitable weak spot. However, Broly does. One last thing to point out is that when Azura reaches his limit, he's fine. But when Broly reaches his limit, his ki can start to overflow and he can be in some serious danger. Not to
Alright.
mention, Broly has an exploitable weak spot, is in danger when reaching his limit, and his fighting style is literally the worst one to use when fighting against someone like Azura.
And I think that's pretty much everything. So to sum it up, Broly may be very fast and powerful, but Azura takes
Fucking
pretty
hell,
much
so
every
much information. I
statistical
feel like my
advantage.
brain's fucking
So,
overloaded.
Broly, you did put up a good fight, but in the end, you just ended up succumbing to Azura's wrath, making the winner of this battle, Azura. I can hear the rage comments already. How
Oh,
come
is that the
you used
hook?
Broly
Hey, cool.
SSJ4 in the animation, but didn't factor into the research? Well, if you really want us to factor into the research that bad, all you have to do is like this video. If you want to see a rematch with Dragon Ball Heroes Broly research factored in, then give this video some likes. If this video gets a total of 4,000 likes, such a rematch will be put into production. Don't
Alright.
forget to comment down your own ideas. Don't forget to download the free Animation Rewind apps, and stay tuned as the next fighters are going to be revealed on the next episode of Rewind Rumble.
Oh, I think it's near the end of the video. What the hell? Superman. That looks like Angry Joe. Other Joe, so to speak. Nah, it doesn't. Doesn't look anything like him, but I made a t-shirt. Okay, alright, the epic battle of two fighting camera. Yes. Well. Oh god. Five Nights at Freddy's, Super Mario Brothers. Whew. Ooh, Donkey Kong. Alright, let's pause it here. Because I think that's the end of the video. Wow. That's all I can say about that. I mean, that was a lot of information. I mean, that was a lot of information. To be honest, my brain was overloaded. I felt like my brain was just overloaded with information. That was insane. That was an insane level of information. When I said detailed, I didn't mean fucking mathematically sort of equations, numbers, and fucking scientific explanations, dimensional shifts, and fucking time warp theory. I mean, fuck me, that was a lot of information. I mean, whew. Oh, fuck me, that was a lot to take in. I feel like my brain is just being overloaded, honestly. I feel like I've just had sensory overload. But let's talk about this. Yeah, the games, I just want to say, look very fascinating. I might actually check those out on Steam because I didn't really look at them much, but the games actually look fascinating. They look actually really decent, so I might actually check out the games. So if you know the games, please tell me because I might get the wrong ones. It might be limited to a console, you know, like the Nintendo Wii or something, or Nintendo U or whatever bloody console out there. You know, some of the best games are on the consoles that you know, play. But yeah, the games look absolutely fantastic. The characters, they look pretty cool. I mean, I don't understand why no one has guns. I mean, can't anyone just shoot the fucker with a machine gun unless their skin is like bulletproof, or they can dodge bullets, or they're in a universe where there's no such thing as guns. I don't know. I don't know about the Dragon Ball universe, or so to speak, about that universe. I've never watched Dragon Ball Z and all that Dragon Ball stuff. I mean, I'm more of a Pokemon sort of guy. But yeah, I mean, damn. So yeah, your favorite Canadian YouTuber. I heard you got mentioned in this video. Well done. Um, I'm sure they're very happy that you helped them out. Glad you did. It's nice to get help from other channels and stuff like that. So good for you for helping those people out. Um, but I mean, it reminded me of like a Mr. X from Resident Evil 2. You know, the sort of guy, the tyrant that has like really strong skin and that just strangles you. I believe it's called like Mr. X or something like that. But yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Just the indestructible thing that just never wants to die, you know. But I wish they would do a Mr. X Resident Evil 2 versus Nemesis. I know that isn't really a part of the Dragon Ball anything, but it's more of a Resident Evil style. But my god, I would love to see Mr. X, the Tyrant from Resident Evil 2 versus Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. That would be absolutely fucking incredible. I would love to see that. But yeah, I mean, damn. That was a lot of information, like I said. A lot of mathematical equations and shit. But I can see they put a lot of work into this. They really do put a lot of work into this. I thought it was just going to be like a 4-minute video. But I'm guessing when you're doing all the calculations, the mathematical equations, time warp theory, fucking quantum leap theory, you know, all that shit, put it in the video. And you know, the equations, it does take a lot of research, and yeah, I'm shocked. I didn't know it was going to be that detailed, but I'm glad because for those who are really hardcore Versus fans, you know, I'm glad that they enjoy this sort of stuff. But yeah, we're gonna end the video here. If you like this video, make sure to give a like, comment down below, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.